Hello friends, this is Dr. Meenakshi Rana. I welcome all of you on my YouTube channel. My channel is dedicated to the teaching of sociology for the undergraduate and postgraduate students of sociology of Punjab University. Today we are going to talk about, in the previous video we have talked about what is social structure, and today's video we are going to talk about the elements, the essential parts of social structure. So elements here means essential parts of a social structure. Some of the important elements of social structure can be discussed as follows. First is values. At the top level are the societal values. These are the most general or abstract normative conception of what the ideal society itself would be like. For example, honesty, truth. Members of the society usually feel emotionally attached and committed to the values of the society. So this is just what a society is expected, what the society is expected to the out of the members of the society. These are ideal concepts: honesty, truth, respect to elders. All these are values that are propagated by the society. Second is institutions. Institutions are the patterned and established ways of doing things. They help the members of the society to achieve their personal as well as social goals through socially approved means. Each member of the society has some goals to achieve in the in life. For example, the various needs he has to satisfy, and for that purpose he has to establish social relationships with other members of the society. But how he can achieve, what is the way forward, it is being suggested by institution. For example, man has a sexual need, a sexual satisfaction need, and the need of belongingness, love, satisfaction. So he need to how he can achieve that or the satisfaction of those needs. So society has suggested the institution of marriage and family is there. Marriage regulates the sexual behavior, allow people to establish sexual relationship with the this with the prescribed members, with the life partners, and that also gives you the scope to establish or procreate for the procreation of the family members. And then the family members give you the love, affection, take care and recognition. So institutions are the suggested ways of doing, through with the help of which the man can satisfy or individuals can satisfy their needs with the socially approved ways. Now, role. The third element is role. The members of society are assigned with expectations of behavior and performance. It helps in collective goal attainment. Members are expected to fulfill their obligations towards other. Like a student has a certain obligations towards the teacher and the classmate. A mother has certain obligations towards her children. Husband has a certain obligation towards his wife, and being not just a husband, he is also a son to someone, he is also a brother to someone. So all a kind of set of expectations for each and every role becomes the role set, and he is expected to fulfill all the obligations. So the role actually guides you how, in which role you are being expected to perform what, and with the help of socialization we used to learn these expectations. The fourth one is norms. Rules are governed by social norms. Norms are basically rules that are socially enforced. They may be prescriptive and proscriptive. Norms can be further divided into categories: folkways and mores. Folkways are just daily routine habits like greeting others, eating with hands, but mores are taboos. The violation of mores is strictly prohibited, like the norm of intercaste marriage. So norms can be further divided into two categories: the folkways and the mores. Folkways means the general daily routine life habits: eating with hand, touching feet of elders, that usually society prescribes to follow, and they are being appreciated if you follow in your life. But however, violation of the norms generally do not attract strict action. But as far as mores are concerned, the violation of these can be considered as taboo. For example, the norm of caste endogamy. You cannot establish marital relationship outside your caste. Intercaste marriage is strictly prohibited, and violation of these norms considered as taboo and attracts strict action, disciplinary action by the society. The fifth element is status. Status describes the position of a person, that he or she occupies in a particular setting. In other words, it is an individual position, often relation to others in a group or society. It is of two types: the ascribed status and the achieved status. Ascribed status means the status with which you are born with, the caste you are born with, the family in which you are born. These are ascribed status and usually cannot be changed. However, whatever you achieve in your life with the help of education and career, that is achieved status, and obviously it can be changed with the help or improved with the help of efforts. So friends, this is all about elements of social structure. Don't forget to see the description box for the recapitulation links and for further reading. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.